WWE and UFC officially merged to form TKO Group, and we're already hearing about some wild changes. One thing I never complained about is how WWE titles are being structured. It's been like that for ages. You have your World Championships, you have your Mid-Card Championships, you have your Women's World Championships, and you have your Tag Team Championships. It's even wild to imagine that this could possibly change, but apparently there's a possibility. There's an opinion being discussed backstage in WWE for a whole new title scheme. This would include revamps, new names, weight classes, trios. I don't like the sound of it. Rey Mysterio, please get on the scale. Not sure how to say it, but give me the championship back. Now obviously WWE are just considering it, and while I've seen that some people are actually excited about this, I think this is one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my entire life, and I'll explain. But first, gotta click that like button. You gotta subscribe if you already didn't, or else I'm just not gonna talk. Click the like button. Okay, you're not I'm leaving. I knew you would listen. Listen to this closely. Revamps, new names, weight classes. This basically means it changes everything when it comes to WWE titles, and you guys don't even realize how stupid it is if they would actually go all in. First of all, I don't even like the idea of WWE getting rid of the Intercontinental Championship, United States Championship. It's such a big part of the WWE history that I think it's mind-blowing that this is even being considered. I don't want to lose the Intercontinental Championship just to have a light heavyweight, middleweight, whatever. I don't care. This is wrestling. It's scripted. We don't need that shit. I know they could call it the WWE Featherweight Intercontinental Championship. It's just so unnecessary and puts so many limitations on champions and storylines and matches and basically everything. Matches in WWE that don't make as much sense as it should is what makes wrestling so unique and different from anything else. For example, if we would have weight classes, now you would not be watching Gunther versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Rey Mysterio would have never become a heavyweight champion. Eddie Guerrero, Daniel Bryan possibly. That's what makes wrestling so different, so special. These matches that, you could only see in the WWE. The only way I could be okay with this change is if they would add something and not take anything away. For example, I'm not saying I necessarily want it that much, but I would be okay with WWE bringing back the Cruiserweight division. I think what we got was pretty special. Unfortunately, they kinda shit the bed with that. It's not like I want more wrestling programming, but, as long as they're not changing shit that doesn't need to be changed, I'm fine with it. I know there are a lot of people in the wrestling community that want their wrestling to be more like sports, and I never understood that. I would hate it if it wasn't the stories you tell but wins and losses that matter the most. Sounds like the most boring shit imaginable. Imagine if all of a sudden WWE starts being like UFC. Now it's all about wins and losses in a scripted wrestling show. An argument could be made that WWE could add more championships, and it's not that bad of an idea considering how big the roster is, but at the same time, the more championships you add, in my opinion, the more other championships lose prestige, because now you have more options. Instead of having, 5 champions, now you have 7 champions. It just devalues other championships. I put on AEW one day and I was like, holy shit, everyone is a champion down there. This is something that maybe could have been done 30, 40 years ago, but now it's just messing with a tradition. It doesn't make any sense anymore. But what about the Trios Championship? This is something that I thought about, and at first I hated the idea as well, because just like I've said, we have way too many championships anyway. But the thing is, I feel like it's something that is certainly coming, because I thought about it and I've realized how many factions WWE have right now. It didn't make sense a year ago, but now I don't think it's that bad of an idea, unless it's the same 2 factions fighting over the championships all the time. This could be Triple H, this could be Vince McMahon, we're not sure, but to me it screams People who have no idea what pro wrestling is, trying to pitch their terrible ideas. Hey, what about we make it look a bit more real? It screams UFC influence all over it. To put it simply, don't fix what ain't broken. That's my take on it, but I'm interested in your opinions. Maybe you have some good arguments and I'm ready to listen. As always, thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.